But after a thrilling Monday night win against the Chiefs, they seem to get back on track. Back-to-back losses in prime time versus the Bears and the Eagles raised even more doubt if this team could take that next step. But after a first-round bye, the Rams opened their postseason with a physical win over the Cowboys using that ground game of Todd Gurley and C.J. Anderson, who combined for 273 rushing yards, setting up the rematch with the Saints. Just when it looked like the Saints, you guys, were marching to another victory, that controversial no call allowed LA back in the game, forced overtime. Drew Brees was intercepted on the opening possession, and we know what happened after that. Greg Zuerlein's 57-yard field goal sent the Rams to their first Super Bowl since 2001. So, as I mentioned earlier, Tom Brady's first ever Super Bowl was against the Rams. They meet again. It's hard to believe that this Rams team, you guys, was 4-12 in 2016. There was so much chaos there. The exit of Fisher, Sean McVay comes in, Jared Goff, can he get the job done? Some defensive adjustments. What do you make of this matchup with the Rams and the Patriots?
Go ahead, Tom.
Well, I know you're looking at me. I'm looking at
anybody. I mean, if I tell you at the beginning of the season, the Rams and the Patriots, you were looking at yourself in the.
Yeah, I was looking at me.
You look great.
I was working on my hair game.
You look great.
Well, look, you think about the Rams last year.
Okay.
They were in a situation. Philly came, Atlanta. Was it Philly or Atlanta? I think Atlanta beat them last year.
Yeah.
In the wild card game, but they had all the pieces. They draft Goff. You have Gurley. They go out and make the trade for Brandon Cooks. They make the trade for Aqib Talib. They sign Ndamukong Suh. 2 years ago, they signed Andrew Whitworth. They shored up their offensive line to protect the money, which is the quarterback and the running back. Mm-hmm. So I'm not really surprised, and they go get Wade Phillips a couple of years ago. So I'm really not surprised that they're here. Maybe how soon they got here.
So Les Snead did a nice job. That organization did a nice job of making sure that they put the pieces in place.
Yes.
How do you think that they will fare against the Patriots?
Yeah, and so here's the thing. The Rams defense over the last couple of weeks have really played great. They are playing like they did at the beginning of the season.
Stopping the run.
They're stopping the run. They're locking down on the back end. They're playing great football. So now, how do they attack the Patriots? Do they get up and press them and say, we're not going to let these guys off the line. We're going to be in their face. We're going to be aggressive. Or do they drop back in zone?
What would you do?
The Rams. I would be aggressive.
Wade is not a zone guy.
You got to be aggressive, and I'm sure they will. But they have to be able to get to Tom Brady as well.
Dion, how do you defend this team, the Patriots?
First of all, let's stop the run. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's stop their run, because this is the way the Patriots have been winning the last few weeks.
Yes.
Let's stop their run. Secondly, you're going to have to get up there and be physical with the receivers, because Tom Brady, he does not look to go vertical. Tom Brady
Underneath.
He wants the ball out of his hand quick.
Mm-hmm. And then you got to figure out, what is your matchup with Gronk? See, Gronk has been silent. He was deadly in a couple situations that they needed him to play big, and he played big. Yeah. But Gronk could turn it on. Gronk could catch 10, 15 balls like it ain't nothing if he's the one that you call on.
And do the Rams have a safety back there
that can deal with
him? Can he hang with Gronk? I don't know.
I don't know about that.
He's small.
Yeah.
That's a tough matchup.
It's a tough matchup.
Given their wide receiver situation, and no one puts fear in me, I wouldn't be opposed to putting Aqib on Gronk, especially if they line him up out wide.
But now here's the other thing, guys.
I ain't mad at that.
How do the Patriots match up on the Rams? Do they put Stephon Gilmore on Brandon Cooks and take away the big play and let Robert Woods eat everything underneath?
If this defense is playing better football, which you guys all agree on, what's the weakness of the Rams in what you saw today?
To me, I think it's running on the edges. I don't think it's running right here. I think it's running on the edges.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, we're going to take another look at the AFC Championship game, shall we? See how the Patriots were able to have success. Again, Tom Brady looking to go to his 9th Super Bowl. Patriots ball 28-24, first and goal. Rex Burkhead, 4-yard touchdown. The Patriots leading 31-28. Harrison Butker lined up for the 39-yard field goal, 11 seconds. Does his job. The Chiefs tie the game up 31-31. We're going to overtime. Patriots ball after converting 3 third downs on this drive. So we're looking at 2nd and goal. Patrick Mahomes trying to fire up his crowd. Rex Burkhead silences the crowd. Patriots win 37-31. Here's Andy Reid after the loss.
It's going to hurt, which I could obviously see. That's important. That's how you get better. And this team has done that throughout the season. When the chips were down, we fought back and did a little bit in this game here, but we came up a little short. So let it drive you through the off season and have this feeling that hurt, and let that carry you through so that you don't experience it again.
The way we've been fighting all year long, the way the guys been fighting all year long, the way we fought this game, I mean, couldn't be more proud to be on this team, more proud to be out there with the boys, how hard we just kept fighting, defense, offense, special teams, and that mean a victory on the road, AFC Championship game. I mean, it was one of my sweeter victories, definitely, in my career for sure.
And Commissioner Roger Goodell was on hand. He surprised some longtime Chiefs season ticket holders, Dan Bose, and with a pair of Super Bowl tickets Sunday at the AFC Championship. Goodell was accompanied by Chiefs CEO Clark Hunt and actor Eric Stone Street. It's part of the 500 Super Bowl tickets the league is giving away to community leaders, youth football coaches, and fans that have served our country. All very, very cool.
Let me get those tickets since Chiefs ain't going.
Despite the outcome, it was an amazing gesture. Coming up next on Game Day Prime. Todd Gurley spent much of the NFC Championship on the sideline, on that bike right there. So can the Rams win the Super Bowl if their star running back only gets 5 touches? We will discuss next.
Prime, presented by Mercedes-Benz. Here's your host, Carissa Thompson.
Oh, man. Where do we begin? Tom Brady and the Patriots, Jared Goff and the Rams will have a chance at their trophy. The Lombardi Trophy in front of us is what they're playing for. I'm speechless after what I just saw. I know a guy that has a lot of words, and that's Deion Sanders. LT and Shannon, you know the cast of all the characters, and Deion was the only one up here that believed that the Patriots would make it back to the Super Bowl. Congratulations.
Let me take my shoes off and get comfortable. Let me take my shoes off. I'm just get comfortable today. Just get comfortable today. I just want to get comfortable because it's going to be a good day today, yeah.
Okay, well, let's see how the Patriots made it back to the Super Bowl, shall we? Chiefs playing at home for the right to go to the aforementioned Super Bowl. 8th straight AFC Championship appearance for the Patriots. Belichick 2-0 in his career versus Andy Reid. First quarter, no score. Sony Michel rushes in for the 1-yard score. Patriots lead 7-0.
Just old school football on the first drive. They just ran the ball, threw it when they wanted to.
They absolutely did. Mahomes couldn't do anything in the beginning. They were held to minus 11 yards. So Tom Brady intercepted in the end zone. There is life.
Rarely see from Tom Brady. Just got fooled. Didn't see the linebacker.
First interception, as you see there, in the last 238 postseason pass attempts. So later in the second, Chiefs ball still trailing 7-0. Mahomes misses a wide open Damian Williams. What happened there?
He just overthrew him. He didn't set his feet, and he just overthrew him. And then he exacerbated it by taking a sack on the next play and getting out of field goal.
Okay, well, this is 2 plays later. Write that one down.
Brady win. We got new words.
Mahomes sacked by Trey Flowers. So the Chiefs are forced out of field goal range and have to punt. First time the Chiefs have been held scoreless in the first half. So Patriots possession, 2nd and 1. Brady hits Philip Dorsett, 29-yard touchdown. Patriots have a commanding lead at this point, 14-0. What are you guys thinking at this point?
Why didn't the cornerback look back? You got to understand, when you're beating, you have no propensity to look back. You just try to play catch up at that point.
Okay, so Chiefs ball still trailing 14-0. Mahomes rolls right, hits Sammy Watkins.
4 miles, 239, baby.
So we're looking at the Patriots 12 here. So next play, your 1st and 10. Mahomes hits who? Travis Kelce. So now, trailing only by a score. Travis Kelce loving this one. Mahomes also loving it. 4th quarter, Chiefs ball, 1st and goal. After a defensive pass interference, Mahomes rolls right. Damian Williams. So now it's a 17-14
Mahomes
ball
left some
game.
plays on the field today. He's a young player, but he left some plays out there on the field.
So the Patriots going for it on 4th down. Rex Burkhead gets stopped.
Great defensive stats on this particular play.
Patriots turn the ball over on downs. Ensuing Chiefs possession, punting to the Patriots. This is where things get interesting. Julian Edelman tries to field the punt as the ball bounces around. Chiefs recover. Ruling on the field was a fumble by the Patriots, recovered by the Chiefs.
Right away.
Yeah.
Play would be reviewed.
He didn't touch it. The reason because a punt returner's intuition is if you fumble, go right for the ball.
Right.
He didn't even make a break for the ball.
All right, so Patriots ball, Brady. Julian Edelman. Intercepted. Return 24 yards to the Patriots 23.
E. Ford actually did a great job of dropping it to the sight of Brady and Edelman, causing that disruption.
2nd and 10, Mahomes,
Great play
Damien
call.
Williams.
Great
Actually,
play call.
defensive end is supposed to peel. He sees the back release to that side. He normally peels off. That's why Coach Belichick got upset at that point.
Chiefs got a 21-17 lead. So Pats gonna go for it on 4th and inches. Sony Michel.
What a hole.
The blocking
that
on
happen?
this play was phenomenal.
I thought the blocking in the run game was phenomenal all night for the Patriots.
So they
So
take the lead
proud.
24-21. Mahomes
Nice big
finds
play.
Sammy Watkins.
Defensive backs, you can't be on the same level at all. This is an easy play, and they ran a pick, switch route between the outside guy and the slot.
1st and goal. Boom. Damien Williams again. So Chiefs leading this one 28-24. But guess what?
Brady.
He's got 11 career game-winning drives in the 4th quarter, overtime in a postseason. Throws for Gronkowski, tipped, intercepted, but there would be a defensive offside on the Chiefs. The Patriots drive continues. We're looking at 3rd and 5 with 54 seconds left. A ton of time for who?
Gronk
And Brady.
and Brady.
To the Chiefs 4.
Gronk had this earlier on the right side. They went back to it. They just flipped the formation and went to the other side with it.
1st and goal, Rex Burkhead. Patriots 31-28. Chiefs possession, 1st and 10, 23 seconds left. Mahomes to Marcus Robinson. We're at the Patriots 21, 11 seconds left. Harrison Butker lined up for the 39-yard field goal. Makes it. So the Chiefs tie the game 31-31. We are headed to what? Overtime. Patriots start with the ball, 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. Somebody blew the cover. Look at this.
What happened there?
You can't get inside. You can play it two, man.
They're playing 22-man, cover 5, and they keep letting Edelman get inside.
So
That means
defensive
2
mistake.
men over top, and
And play
everybody else
press
is
man
playing
underneath.
under.
So Brady hits Edelman again. This
Same
one for
thing.
15 yards. Same thing happened there.
coverage.
Well, they keep putting him in motion. And what they should do is switch it when they come inside, but they're not. They stay in man, and this is why he's wide open again.
So Gronk.
And I've talked to Eric Berry like this. You open the door, flies come in your house. If you're up there to press. If not, back off.
But the only
Guess
reason
what?
he gave it to him was Gronk
Rex
beat him.
Burkhead seals
on the
the
deep
deal.
route.
Patriots win 37-31.
Brady.
Patriots headed to their 3rd Super Bowl. I mean, it's like, I know we can sit here and be like, oh my God, I can't believe the Patriots are in the Super Bowl. An NFL record 11th Super Bowl appearance, 4 of the last 5 seasons. If nothing else, you have to give respect to what this organization is all about.
Yeah, if you don't want him in the Super Bowl, beat him. Keep him out.
You got to give a lot of credit to Robert Kraft, Bill Belichick, and Tom Brady, the 3 mainstays. These guys are phenomenal. A lot of people tripped on them early in the season, midway, saying, they don't have it, they're not that team. Then they start winning. The division is simplistic, but they constantly win in the playoffs as well. And now they just went and just unseated the best team in the AFC statistically, as well as at their place of home. And they did it in overtime. The only thing I don't like about this victory, I don't like the overtime rules.
Yeah.
Why?
Both quarterbacks, both teams should get the ball.
Okay.
So now you won because you got a coin toss, because you called heads and they didn't call tails. That's the reason you won.
Okay.
Because you got to give Mahomes an opportunity to touch the football. That's not fair. That's the only part of our beloved game, which I adore, that I think is incorrect.
How surprised are you, Shannon?
I'm surprised, but the thing that Coach Belichick normally does with his team is that as the months progress, his team normally get better. Now, Brady didn't have his customary year. He turned the ball over a lot, and he wasn't stepping into the throws. And everybody was talking about his defense. His defense isn't very good. But Coach Belichick, his defense, because he doesn't have names. Now, when they select, they're not getting the first pick, a top 10 pick on the defensive side of football or offense. But he gets these guys, and he needs guys to play a certain type of way. Guys come there, you know you're leaving your ego at home, and they play very well. They did an unbelievable job. If someone would have told me they would hold this team that averaged 35.5 points to 0 points in the first half, I wouldn't have believed it.
Well, they force you to be perfect, the Patriots
Yes.
do. And what we saw is some different coverages from the Patriots defense against Mahomes, like a cover 0 that Mahomes had never seen before. And he was a little bit confused by that because the Patriots have never shown it. And they always do that. They force you to be patient, and you're going to make mistakes eventually. They're so disciplined that they just simply don't make mistakes.
Sony Michel had himself a game today.
Was that?
Sony Michel?
He had a game the first time he played.
Yeah, exactly. He had a great game.
But Coach Belichick, what he normally does, if he sees you one time and he has to play you again during the season, he normally has something up his sleeve that you hadn't seen before. Nobody has the guts to blitz Pat Mahomes because they have that young, fast guy out there. When you have Tyreek, who can take the top off the coverage, and you have Sammy Watkins, and you have a Travis Kelce who can work the middle of the field and can work the edges, you don't want to blitz him. Bill Belichick says, bull jive, I'm coming to get you.
Did the Patriots win this, or did the Chiefs lose?
Able to do. First of all, they didn't let that cheetah, that dog, they didn't let him get deep.
Right.
No, their philosophy was nothing deep, nothing cheap. They can drive down
Nothing
the field.
deep, nothing cheap?
Nothing deep, nothing cheap. And you do not, a team like that, like the Kansas City Chiefs, they want to hit
hard.
you.
And we were sitting here watching the game, and you were saying they pressed them all game long.
Yes.
Why didn't they do that towards the end of the game?
Because, like Time say, okay, that's one thing. Nobody's going to remember the first, second, or third quarter. You give up a touchdown on the goal route in the overtime, and everybody's going to remember that.
Yeah.
So you start getting scared. You start playing.
Because nobody wants to get beat.
I don't want to get beat. No, I don't want to get beat.
All right, well, NFL Network has over 90 live hours of Super Bowl week coverage, and it all kicks off Monday, January 28th. Good Morning Football starts each day with wall-to-wall live coverage at 7 a.m., and then don't miss Super Bowl opening night from Atlanta, Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Super Bowl Sunday starts with game day morning at 9 a.m. It's game-winning field goal in NFL history. Here's Rams head coach Sean McVay at the podium after the huge win.
There was an expectation, there was a belief that we were coming in here not to just compete with them, but to come win the football game. And we knew it was going to be a great challenge, but the guys stayed the course. It took more than 60 minutes of football than what we thought, but they got it done, and I think that just kind of personifies, like we've said, mental toughness, but then also the belief and the expectation that we expect to go win football games because of the players we have in that locker room.
We're a good group, though. We've stuck together and really continue to be a strong group together and be ourselves. And I think, before I speak any further on what we did today, I think you got to tip your cap to the Saints and everything they did, and what a good team they are, and how much respect I have personally, I know we have, for Drew and Coach Payton and all those guys over there that have been there for so long, done at such a high level. And it was an honor to be out there and to win that game, and to do it here, it's unbelievable, but we earned it.
I really wasn't thinking much. I just looked up and saw it was going straight, and I was happy. I knew it was going to be long enough because I thought I hit it pretty well. Power-wise, I just didn't want it to tail one way or the next, and luckily it stayed true.
All right, we will get to the non-call and all that, but first, credit where credit is due. As you heard Jared Goff, they earned it, so let's talk about it. LT, what was the key to the Rams' victory today?
I thought the key was red zone defense for the Rams, especially early on. The Saints came out and they drove the ball right down the field, and you thought they was going to be able to score a touchdown. The Rams held them out in the end zone and then turned around and turned the ball over on that Todd Gurley. The ball went through his hands, and they had the ball right back down there in the red zone. They kept them out again. What that does for offense and Jared Goff and those guys, it takes the pressure off of them. You're not down 14-0 all of a sudden within the first 5 minutes of the game. Now you can ease your way into the game. So I thought the key really was the way that Rams defense played.
Yeah, they weathered the storm early. And that's what the Rams, it's not easy to go on the road and you find yourself down 13-0 when it really should probably be 21-0.
And we've sat up here and been critical of that defense, and Ndamukong Suh in particular, and he showed up today.
He came to play. Last 2 weeks, he's been unbelievable.
Aqib Talib wasn't in that Week 9 game against the Saints. Michael Thomas was shut down this one, you guys. Compared to Week 9, he had 211 yards in that game. This one, he only had 36 receiving yards. How was he able to be stopped today?
We got to give a lot of credit to Wade Phillips and that whole entire defensive staff. Their infield, in-game adjustments was phenomenal. We thought Kamara was on his way to like a 20-catch game.
Yes.
but they made adjustments and shut that down. The receivers, they shut that down. Marcus Peters, play ball. And that's what we was concerned about. He played ball. He wasn't victimized.
If I'm the Saints, I'm going to find me a receiver opposite of Michael Thomas. Because you can't have that when they take him away. You're
making adjustments and neutralizing the run and not allowing the big plays. It was phenomenal. We thought this was going to be a 40-point game the way the Saints started out, but they made the adjustments. So you got to give that defensive staff some credit.
Adjustments. I mean, that Rams front office going out and getting C.J. Anderson. I mean, you said Todd Gurley, whether you want to say he's healthy or not, we can get into that more a little bit later. But this guy showed up off the couch, and when Todd Gurley only has 10 yards, C.J. Anderson carried the load.
Yep.
So,
yeah,
a win by committee over there. We're taking our first break. Coming up on Game Day Prime, we are going to discuss the play that changed the NFC Championship, the Nickel Roby-Coleman hit that wasn't called for pass interference. Plus, we're going to hear from Sean Payton and some very unhappy Saints fans. Plus, Jared Goff kept his head, and now the Rams are headed to the Super Bowl. We're going inside the game from every angle coming up, and Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh balled. So guess what, Dion?
He got the call. Brady. Has it set in yet that you guys are actually going to the Super Bowl, man?
No, we living the dream right now. Got one more left. We're going to finish the thing strong. No.
Welcome back to Game Day Prime. This is how the Patriots sealed the deal in overtime. Rex Burkhead rushes in from 2 yards out. Patriots win 37-31 and are headed to their NFL record 11th Super Bowl. Unbelievable. Here's Tom Brady with Jim Nantz after the game.
It's pretty sweet. Well, Tom, you win the toss in overtime. Was there anything said, let's just go down there? We know what we're doing. We've done this before in the postseason. Let's go just right down the field and win this with a touchdown. Anything like that said?
I know. I looked at Josh, and I said, you got any touchdown plays on that call sheet still? He said, yes, I do. And we just made some huge third down plays. Guys just played their butts off. The line played incredible. The backs incredible. The receivers, I mean, how many big catches did they make? It took everything. And, you know, like Coach said, they don't give these to you. You got to earn them. And we certainly we played against a great team, but we earned it. And I'm just really happy for us.
What was it like in that second half? After a first half that totally went the Patriots' way, to see Mahomes come out. We had 4 lead changes in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just an amazing thing to watch as a fan of the game, to see what was going on back and forth. What was it like being in that game in that second half?
Well, the play in it was pretty sweet, too. So I think, you know, all the guys that were part of this team, it took everyone. And you know, we prepared hard. We knew it was going to be tough. I mean, this team's been beating teams all year, especially at home. They're explosive, but, you know, happy we won the toss. My man Slate called heads again. And, you know, we got it, and we took it down. We took it down the field and scored, and it was awesome.
Is this when I say it's a heads-up play? I mean, every time the coin toss, we now call heads. It seems like they're...
Yeah, you should always call heads.
No, she did. Tails never fails.
So, 12th career game-winning drive in the playoffs for Tom Brady. When there's 2 minutes left on the clock, we're all sitting here watching the game, and he gets the ball. Was there any doubt, Dion, that he was going to get the job done?
No whatsoever. Hats off to Kansas City. First of all, for staying in there, because the drives previously, normal team, that would have been over.
Right.
But they were resilient. But you knew darn well if Brady had won that toss, which he did, you knew what the outcome was going to be. He wasn't going to allow the Chiefs to get the ball back.
Made an unbelievable catch with a one-handed catch. And then on third down, they had 3 third and longs and guys making big plays. And that's what you have to have. And Tom mentioned it on third down. Yeah, they got us in third down. You like, all you can hope to get Tom Brady third down, get him off the field. They couldn't get him off the field. He stayed on the field, and they're going to Super Bowl again.
I agree. I knew it was over when I didn't see the Kansas City Chiefs getting any pressure. Up the middle, they didn't get pressure on Tom at all. And if we talk about the blueprint to beating the Patriots and Tom, get pressure on him. And when you don't do that, he's gonna kill
you apart.
But we were saying it. You played 11 years, right?
Yeah.
LT?
Yeah.
This team, 11. I mean, with Brady and Belichick, 9 in 11.
Unbelievable.
It's ridiculous.
People don't realize how difficult
9
it is.
in 11. I mean,
it's normalcy for them.
Yeah.
But guys like us, like, you got to be kidding me. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable.
I mean, we can't overstate it. Just what those two have done.
It'll never be done. It'll never be done again. That's the greatest. This is the greatest dynasty that we've ever seen. We'll never see anything else like it.
Tom Brady's first Super Bowl was against the Rams, and he gets another shot at them again. In the earlier game, the Rams defense balled, so Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh got the call. Let's go primetime, presented by Geico.
There you go. Boy, I get scared just looking at y'all two together, man, because it ain't no old line, no quarterback want to see y'all, man. Big Sue, this is what you came for. Am I right?
Of course, this is no question what I came for, to play next to a great like this and obviously have an opportunity to win a Super Bowl.
And Aaron, just watching this guy over the years, then you get to play with him, and he could bring some of that heat off you. Tell me how satisfying is that?
You seen it today. You know, you got to pick your poison. You slide to me, then you get the one-on-one with this guy. He dominates, and then it's the vice versa. So you got a great player next to you. You know, it make your job a lot easier.
Man, who's the talker out of the two?
This man's the talker.
He's a talker.
I like to be the silent assassin. He's the loud, reckless one.
What does he say, Dominic? What does he say, man?
Just don't get on his bad side. That's all I just want somebody to piss him off just so he can run back there and just start slamming.
Has it set in yet that you guys are actually going to the Super Bowl, man?
Hey, look at this. Can you see that? this is what you work for to play in big games like this, man. This is what you train for. This is when you fatigue, you tired, you don't want to do it. You push through to play in big games like this. So, we're living the dream right now. Got one more left. We're going to finish this thing strong. No question about that.
Does it matter who you play against?
It don't matter. It doesn't matter. We're just looking forward to the opportunity, whoever it is. And we're going to have a lot of fun when we get out there, enjoy this, and we're trying to get a ring. You know it.
I'm proud of you guys. I'm happy for you guys, man. I cannot wait to see what you do in Atlanta.
Thank you.
Appreciate that, big dog. You guys keep up the good work. God bless, man.
Yep. You too.
Coming up on Game Day Prime, we go back to the call that changed the NFC Championship. Nickel Roby-Coleman's hit on Tommy Lee Lewis has our guys fired up, plus a Super Bowl 53 primer. It's all next on Game Day Prime.
Gets a turnover. Jared makes an unbelievable play to Higbee to be able to even get us in under 60-yard field goal range, and then Greg the Leg delivers in a big way. But just so happy for these players, for these coaches, but a lot of respect for the Saints, and we're excited about getting a chance to move on and play in Atlanta. Wow.
Feel great. It's us against everybody else. We'll come back. We owed them. They got us last time, but we got them when it counted. So that's what all that matters.
I'll remember this season for the rest of my life, not just because we're going to the Super Bowl, but just because of the ups and downs, the negative talks, just the adversity we hit, everything that happened in L.A. It'll be a season to remember, so hopefully we can get away with that Super Bowl win.
Sometimes destiny has other plans. The Saints' magical season, led by a record-setting MVP caliber Drew Brees, comes to an end with a disappointing no call. More to come on that play. Their bags are packed and they're ready to go. The Rams are headed to their first Super Bowl in nearly 20 years. But will Todd Gurley be on the field or on the sidelines when they do? And Brady and the Pats are headed back to the Super Bowl once again, facing one of the youngest teams in the league in the Rams. It's youth versus experience in Atlanta. We'll break it all down coming up. Drew Brees, 6-0 at home in the playoffs.
Third and 10.
With his squad, fourth quarter, game tied at 20. Third and 10.
Whoa.
Incomplete. And no flags.
No flag?
So here we go.
It don't
the
make no
call
sense.
that everyone's talking about. Nickel Roby-Coleman makes contact before the ball arrives. Sean Payton, not happy. In overtime, Saints opening drive after winning the coin toss. 2nd and 16 on the Saints 34. Breeze, pass tipped, intercepted by John Johnson. Rams loving that. And now they get a chance to win the game with the foot of Greg Zuerlein. 57-yard field goal. They're headed to the Super Bowl. Sean Payton on the losing end of this one, not happy about that non-call. Take a listen.
We spoke initially, then I called to follow up, and first thing Al said when I got on the phone, we messed it up. And but we go into these league meetings, and we sit as an ownership group, and we don't further evaluate the replay system. There's just too much at stake. And it's a hard job for those guys because it's happening fast. But I don't know if there was ever a more obvious pass interference call that, here it is, the NFC Championship game. So, tough one to swallow.
Being that it happened right there in front of, the person who would be the one making that call, and everyone in the stands and everyone watching at home on TV. And that makes it even more difficult. And yet, like I said, in the moment, Like, all right, nothing we can do about it. It's on to the next play.
When Coach Payton talked to the NFL, they said they blew the call on 2 counts, pass interference and helmet to helmet.
Yeah.
What do you think? You're playing in a game of such huge magnitude. How do you digest that?
Yeah, exactly. So I guess after they say that, what do we ask them? So do you give us a rematch? Can we play them again next Sunday? Can we reset the clock? What? Because we weren't playing this game to end up like that. We prepared. It's all about preparation. We both have jobs. We come out there and you officiate and you got a job to do too. So you got to do your job. So, I mean, it hurts. Like, we invested a lot into this, so it hurts, but I don't think they really care.
So the league admits they got it wrong twice.
Yeah, but what did they do? Nobody want to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, so going back to Sean Payton's comment, has there ever been a more obvious non-call?
That probably has been. We don't recall it.
Yeah, but in a game of this magnitude.
This is so recent. That play right there changed the whole outcome of the whole game, possibly the Super Bowl champion. I can't not believe this.
Because it's going to be first and goal.
You had 2 ways, first and goal. You had 2 ways to call this. You could have called helmet to helmet or pass interference. Even though the game was over, after you make this call, but sometimes you got to understand these officials are a lot like these players. You know how some defensive backs, man, let me go play a little tentative back here. I don't want to get beat.
Right.
The officials are saying, man, I don't want to be that one to throw that flag because that flag right there could determine the outcome of the game.
Man, but I get it. Pass interference states that when the ball is in the air, you can't have any contact with the offender. And in this case, it was clear the ball is in the air. Like, you can't miss that call. I get it. Like, some people say bang, bang. That's not bang, bang.
The defender wasn't even looking.
Right.
I mean, you were not playing the ball at all.
I just don't know how you missed that one.
But okay, yes, he missed the call. That was a blown call time. But I don't know why the Saints threw that ball twice. After that long catch, after that long completion to Ted Ginn Jr., you had no business throwing the ball. Run the ball, make them use their timeouts. But sometimes coaches want to show you how great they are in play calling too. So you run the football, they got no timeouts, you kick a field goal, you're up 3, and now there's 40 seconds on the clock as opposed to a minute plus with them having timeout.
What do they always say? Hindsight is what?
Is a magnificent science. Just imagine if I could think about tomorrow and having known already today what it's going to be.
Oh, you understand what you just
Don't worry about it.
All right, well,
you just feeling
regardless of that call,
Brady.
The Rams are headed to the Super Bowl and are facing the New England Patriots, and we've got you covered here on NFL Network. We have over 90 hours of live television Super Bowl week coverage. I think you're on 89 of the hours.
That's a lot.
Monday, January 28th kicks it all off. Good Morning Football starts each day. Wall-to-wall coverage there at 7 a.m. And then don't miss Super Bowl opening night from Atlanta, Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Then you got Super Bowl Sunday starting with game day morning at 9 a.m. Wraps up with Game Day Prime immediately after the game. So let's take a look at how the Patriots got to the Super Bowl, shall we?
Yep.
Do you want to have Shannon narrate this?
They don't want to do that.
Tom Brady showed even at age 41 he can still deliver. Became just the 3rd player in NFL history to throw for 500 career touchdowns. Also showed he's got some wheels. He picked up his 1,000th career rush yard on the 6-yard.
We're going to be aggressive. Or do they drop back in zone?
What would you do?
The Rams. I will be aggressive.
Wade is not a zone guy.
You got to be aggressive, and I'm sure they will. But they have to be able to get to Tom Brady as well.
Dion, how do you defend this team, the Patriots?
First of all, let's stop their run. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's stop their run because this is the way the Patriots have been winning the last few weeks.
Yes.
Let's stop their run. Secondly, you're going to have to get up there and be physical with the receivers because Tom Brady, he does not look to go vertical. Tom Brady,
he wants the ball out of his hand quick.
Mm-hmm. And then you got to figure out what is your matchup with Gronk. See, Gronk has been silent. He was deadly in a couple situations that they needed him to play big, and he played big. Yeah. But Gronk could turn it on. Gronk could catch 10, 15 balls like it ain't nothing if he's the one that you call on.
And do the Rams have a safety back there
that can deal with
him? Can he hang with Gronk? I don't know.
I don't know about that.
He's small.
Yeah.
You know. That's a tough matchup.
It's a tough matchup.
Given their wide receiver situation and no one puts fear in me, I wouldn't be opposed to putting Akeem on Gronk, especially if they line him up out wide.
But now here's the other thing, guys.
I ain't mad at that.
How do the Patriots match up on the Rams? Do they put Stephon Gilmore on Brandon Cooks and take away the big play and let Robert Woods eat everything underneath?
If this defense is playing better football, which you guys all agree on, what's the weakness of the Rams in what you saw today?
To me, I think it's running on the edges. I don't think it's running right here. I think it's running on the edges.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, we're going to take another look at the AFC Championship game, shall we? See how the Patriots were able to have success. Again, Tom Brady looking to go to his 9th Super Bowl. Patriots ball 28-24, first and goal. Rex Burkhead, 4-yard touchdown. The Patriots leading 31-28. Harrison Bucker lined up for the 39-yard field goal, 11.
It's going to hurt, which I could obviously see. That's important. That's how you get better. And this team has done that throughout the season. When the chips were down, we fought back and did a little bit in this game here, but we came up a little short. So let it drive you through the offseason and have this feeling that hurt, and let that carry you through so that you don't experience it again.
The way we've been fighting all year long, the way the guys been fighting all year long, the way we fought this game, I mean, couldn't be more proud to be on this team. More proud to be out there with the boys, how hard we just kept fighting, defense, offense, special teams. And I mean, a victory on the road, AFC Championship game, I mean, it was one of my sweeter victories, definitely, in my career, for sure.
And Commissioner Roger Goodell was on hand. He surprised some longtime Chiefs season ticket holders, Dan Bose, and with a pair of Super Bowl tickets Sunday at the AFC Championship. Goodell was accompanied by Chiefs CEO Clark Hunt and actor Eric Stonestreet. It's part of the 500 Super Bowl tickets the league is giving away to community leaders, youth football coaches, and fans that have served our country. Oh, very, very cool.
Let me get those tickets since Chiefs ain't going.
Despite the outcome, it was an amazing game. Coming up next on Game Day Prime. Todd Gurley spent much of the day after the game. Our colleagues do like to caught up with him. Take a listen.
Now, in their situation, we saw you today. You didn't get on the field a whole lot. Are you healthy? Are you injured? Or what was it? Sean said it was kind of a decision, just kind of a feel.
Yeah, I was sorry as hell today. I was sorry. So CJ did his thing. The whole team did his thing. Everybody, kept me up during the game. And, that's why it's a team sport. This is the greatest team sport in America. You know what I'm saying? It takes everybody on the team, and that's what we did.
And that's why I love Todd Gurley owning it, right?
See, that's real, man. That's real, that's genuine, that's authentic. That's when your players come back and fight for you. When you own that thing, I like that.
I wasn't good
today. He was
today.
all right, but he hurt.
We're going, he claimed it. Why you got to take that extra shot? We're going no huddle. We're putting 2 minutes on the clock, so LT, I will start with you. Can the Rams win? Clearly they won today, but can they win in the Super Bowl with that little production from him?
Yes, they can. CJ Anderson is a champion. He's won a Super Bowl before. He's a proven veteran that can get the job done.
Okay. Dion, more disappointing playoff loss for the Saints this year or last year with that miracle in Minneapolis?
This year, because they one step away. They one step away. Last year's 2 step. This year's like 1-2 step.
Let me sing you 1-2 step. I love it. Well, you know who else? So is Russell, unfortunately, but we love that song around here.
Then you be to somebody else's house and they slap your face.
Shannon, Drew Brees, will he play in another Super Bowl?
Here you go. Ain't that hard?
No. No.
What?
No.
He just mean.
No. Because
They got the same team coming back.
Yeah.
The
Rams got the same team coming back.
He gained another step from last year. It was this game. Now the championship game, so next year should be the Super Bowl.
Well, if that was the case, the team that lost to the Patriots, they should have been in this situation.
I'm talking about Drew Brees.
Oh, exactly. No, it doesn't work like that. You start at the bottom of that mountain all over again.
Dion, Patriots, the best dynasty of all time?
Yes.
Dion, are the Patriots the best dynasty?
I'm going to have to say the Bulls with MJ, man. They never 6-6, man. They never lost that thing.
Okay, Shannon, you think the Patriots? Okay, I like this discussion though. We could go on for a while about this.
With the free agency the way it is now, can you imagine? Just imagine if guys were moving around. And MJ played like they move around now.
Right.
LeBron, KD, all those big nine guys moving. Back then, guys didn't move; they got traded. What they're doing will never, well, not in my lifetime. I got about 30, 40 more years.
Where's your fountain of youth? That stuff you drink in the morning?
Yeah, that green juice, it's going to give me 40 more.
LT, who will be the Patriots X factor in the Super Bowl?
Oh, man.
James White.
No, yeah, I was going to say James White. I think James White will be.
You saw what
Chris
Kamara was doing? You see what Kamara was doing?
Yeah.
Now you thought Kamara was gonna catch 20 passes?
I told you.
They might throw James White 20 passes.
Yeah, seriously.
And don't miss a special Sunday edition of Game Day Prime Super Bowl 53 preview, breaking down every aspect of the big game. Plus, we'll make our picks for MVP, Coach of the Year, and all the top NFL honors. 11:30 Eastern on Fox and NFL Network. So check out this tweet from the Rams. Oh, by the way, we were wearing the throwbacks at the Super Bowl. You guys like that?
I love it.
Me too, right? I love a throwback. Initial thoughts. We will break it all down later, but who will
Brady.
win? Okay, we know you're checking Brady. Who do you think wins the Super Bowl 53?
It's too early for me to call. I'm not sure, but I will say I think the key. I think it's more about the Rams defense stopping the Patriots than it is the Patriots defense being able to
pick
stop
somebody.
No, man, we an hour from the game being over. How I'm gonna pick somebody? You pick somebody. Go ahead.
Rams.
Why?
I'm just
Because I picked Brady. And the only reason he said that because I
we
picked
got
Brady.
2 weeks to break this thing
I
down.
changed my mind then. Well, I changed my mind.
Well, we still have 1:20 left in this show, so let's talk about it,
Okay,
shall we?
we can talk
Why do you think the Rams are going to win?
Well, I know Wade's going to stop the run. The thing is, you got to stop something. If you don't take the run away, now Tom Brady's going to play action in those wide receivers, Edelman and the running backs out of the backfield. It's going to be wide open. The Chiefs took nothing away. San Diego took nothing away. You must take something away.
Why you keep saying San Diego?
I mean, okay, the Chargers. Your team. How about this? Your team didn't take anything. That's ridiculous what y'all did on 2 weeks ago.
And he always turn it to somebody else. You see what he always does.
Your team should have been
Is
home.
your breakdown of the Patriots winning just because of
Brady.
Yeah.
And defensively, you got to give Belichick credit, man.
He unbelievable.
I mean, unbelievable what he did today to that offense of the Chiefs that has been
At least the first
explosive.
half.
You also get some points from this defense too, the 7th-ranked scoring defense in the NFL. So they put some
That's
points
why
for
I
them.
say it's more about the Rams being able to stop the Patriots. I think the Patriots will devise a scheme to be able to slow the Rams down.
Yeah.
If I'd have told you Kansas City would get 2 turnovers from Tom Brady, what would you say?
I don't know.
They're
We got
gonna
8
win.
seconds.
I'd have said Brady.
Great games. 2 overtimes. Rams, Patriots head to the
Brady
Super
beat
Bowl.
both.
Bye, everyone.
We spoke initially, then I called to follow up, and first thing Al said when I got on the phone, we messed it up. And but we go into these league meetings, and we sit as an ownership group, and we don't further evaluate the replay system. You know, there's just too much at stake. And it's a hard job for those guys because it's happening fast. But I don't know if there was ever a more obvious pass interference call that, here it is, the NFC Championship game. So, tough one to swallow.
Being that it happened right there in front of, the person who would be the one making that call, and everyone in the stands and everyone watching at home on TV, and that makes it even more difficult. And yet, like I said, in the moment, obviously you yell and scream, and how'd you not see that? But then after the fact, it's like, all right, nothing we can do about it. It's on to the next play.
When Coach Payton talked to the NFL, they said they blew the call on 2 counts, pass interference and helmet to helmet.
Yeah.
What do you think? You're playing in a game of such huge magnitude. How do you digest that?
Yeah, exactly. So I guess after they say that, what do we ask them? So do you give us a rematch? Can we play them again next Sunday? Can we reset the clock? Because we weren't playing this game to end up like that. We prepared. It's all about preparation. We both have jobs. We come out there and you officiate and you got a job to do too. So you got to do your job. So, I mean, it hurts. Like, we invested a lot into this, so it hurts, but I don't think they really care.
So the league admits they got it wrong twice.
Yeah, but what did they do? Nobody want to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, so going back to Sean Payton's comment, has there ever been a more obvious non-call?
That probably has been. We don't recall it.
But in a game of this magnitude.
This is so recent. That play right there changed the whole outcome of the whole game, possibly the Super Bowl champion. I can't not believe this.
Because it's going to be first and goal.
You had 2 ways, first and goal. You had 2 ways to call this. You could have called helmet to helmet or pass interference. Even though the game was over after you make this call, but sometimes you got to understand these officials are a lot like these players. You know how some defensive backs, man, let me go play a little tentative back here. I don't want to get beat.
Right.
The officials are saying, man, I don't want to be that one to throw that flag because that flag right there could determine the outcome of the game.
Man, but I get it. Pass interference states that when the ball is in the air, you can't have any contact with the offender. And in this case, it was clear the ball is in the air. Like, you can't miss that call. I get it. Like, some people say bang, bang. That's not bang, bang.
The defender wasn't even looking. I mean, you were not playing the ball at all.
I just don't know how you missed that one.
But okay, yes, he missed the call. That was a blown call time. But I don't know why the Saints threw that ball twice after that long catch, after that long completion to Ted Ginn Jr. You had no business throwing the ball. Run the ball, make them use their timeouts. But sometimes coaches want to show you how great they are in play calling too. So you run the football, they got no timeouts, you kick a field goal, you're up 3, and now there's 40 seconds on the clock as opposed to a minute plus with them having timeout.
What do they always say? Hindsight is what?
It's a magnificent science. Just imagine if I could think about tomorrow I haven't known already today what it's going to be.
Oh, you understand what you just
Don't worry about it.
All right, well,
you just feeling
regardless of that call,
Brady.
The Rams are headed to the Super Bowl and are facing the New England Patriots, and we've got you covered here on NFL Network. We have over 90 hours of live television Super Bowl week coverage. I think you're on 89 of the hours.
That's a lot.
Monday, January 28th kicks it all off. Good Morning Football starts each day. Wall-to-wall coverage there at 7 a.m. And then don't miss Super Bowl opening night from Atlanta, Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Then you got Super Bowl Sunday starting with game day morning at 9 a.m. Wraps up with game day